All right, guys, we're gonna get started here. I just unmuted it. I just muted it during.
Hey, you got your Packer colors on.
I said that someone else said it wasn't. It wasn't like
Totally intentional.
Yes, totally. I actually have a bunch of Packers gear now, and thanks to Jessica, my daughter now has overalls.
Did they come in?
Not yet, but we ordered them that day. So, all right. Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys can hear me online. Kathy, can you hear me now? It says I'm muted, but I should be good.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, awesome. All right, guys. So we are going to keep moving along because I know you guys are excited for this taco truck today. All right. To build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. I fixed it. God, family, then business. And of course, our Y4C2Ts. Oh yeah, what's going on?
Somebody help me before I have a seizure.
Yeah, it's a bad vibe.
Try resetting it. Hang tight for those of you that are online. We had a TV go poltergeist-ish. That's a movie I haven't heard of in a really long time.
We're getting into Halloween.
I know. I actually love it, but
Same.
all right. I don't know what's going on with this one. It like doesn't want to power on at all. Just needed to wake up. All right, I don't see Mari here yet, but okay, Mari will be up in 2 minutes. So we have her to thank, Jay and Mari, for the yummy food truck that's coming today. So make sure you guys give her lots of love. Prime Home Improvements. I'll let her say a little bit when she comes up. Bucket fills, y'all's favorite part. Jay, are you knocking on the window saying hi to people?
Charlie's out there.
Okay. Charlie's coming in. All right, well, that's allowed. Okay, bucket fills. For those of you that are new, it is simply that. Oh, Mari, you're here. We just did your little slide. So we clapped for you. Did you have anything that you wanted to add, or just a big thank you for?
Just thank you for the referrals and the continued business and support and everything like that. So, like, what better way than feeding? So, yes, I hope you enjoy.
You know how it rolls around here. If you feed them, they will come.
That works. Awesome.
Hi, Charlie. All right, bucket fills. So for those of you, go ahead and start with your bucket fills. Tamron, go ahead.
I put my bucket fill on social media, but I don't know if Alex seen it yet or not. I was a little bit behind. Alex, I didn't take you because I didn't know how you felt about that, but I just wanted to thank you for participating with helping with the outreach ministry for that deodorant that you don't use that you nicely placed on my desk for somebody else, and you bought some new stuff. So I just want to tell you I appreciate you. Because you didn't have to think
It was
about
brand new. It was brand new.
but it totally made my day. So.
No, two.
Unused, so you guys know, I take everything, but it can't be used, so it was unused 2-pack of deodorant. And Alex has new stuff now, but he thought of us, and I totally appreciate it.
No, I love that.
Anybody want to?
No, we're good, Alex. We're good. All right. I want to put a bucket fill out there for Lynn and everyone, inviting all the agents that went out to the mini golf. So thank you. They had a great time. It was a lot of fun. All right, any other bucket fills? Anybody open up a door for you, host an open house for you, do something nice that helped you out in your business or personal life?
Thank you to Hannah, who's a PC agent. I think
She's actually online.
Okay, well, thank you, Hannah, for coming out and hanging out with Dawn and I at the Barktoberfest at Esterbrook Park.
Love it. Thank you, Hannah. All right, guys. So we will keep moving along. All right, so congratulations, Callie. I know she's downstairs. Where's she at? She's what? Oh, she's online. All right, congratulations, Callie, from graduating the PC program. And congratulations to Royce. I know right here, he's doing awesome. He got a nice little text from me this past week too, because he has more than doubled his numbers from last year in 6 months. So it's pretty amazing. Actually, you know what? You get to come down too. I'm not throwing today because of my arm. So you guys get to come get your 100 grand. You can go down the red carpet. All right, AJ George, congratulations on capping. And Tiffany, is she still here? She's downstairs. Tiffany, congratulations on capping. And Tanya, I know they were all downstairs. Congratulations. And Sarah Papp, congratulations on capping. I know, Brad Parent, congratulations. And Tanner, is Tanner here? He's downstairs. Well, you can come get his candy bar for him. Mike, I know Mike's here. Congratulations. Come get your candy bar. All right, guys, we had a lot of agents that qualified for the Home Run Club. Again, that is at least one listing taken, one contract written, and one contract closed in 1 month. I've had a few people come to me after the team meeting saying, hey, I should have gotten the Home Run Club, and they don't show up on the report. So we go through, do a deep dive into their command. And a lot of the people that have come to me are using admins that maybe didn't quite get the file put in on the same date you originally maybe wrote it for. That has a lot to do with it in command. It has to be in the same month. So just keep in mind, if it's something like that, that's important to you, make sure you're getting all your numbers in on the right months that you want them in for, okay? So congratulations to Alfredo, Betsy, Brad, Carol, Dan, Dana, Dawn, Ed, Eddie, Emily, James, Jay, Jeremy, John, Joseph, Karen, Katie, Nicole, Peter, Royce, and Taylor. So congratulations. Is there what?
There's at least one more name over there.
Is there?
Yeah,
Let's-
Tony.
Tony, oh,
There's somebody
yep,
named-
and Tina. And Tina. Yeah, Tina and Tony. All right, there you go. Congratulations.
Look out for you.
All right,
Mine
so
starts with a Z, so I thought about it.
Royce, you had 2 million plus in 1 month closed sales volume. So that is awesome. So you get a score bar. So you can come get that. And Emily had 1 million plus in closed sales volume. So congratulations. And Katie had over $1 million in closed sales volume. Sarah Pack over 1 million. Nick, Bardo, come get your candy. Here, you can grab Royce's other one since he's not coming up and give it to him.
Thanks.
Yeah, don't point it out. He doesn't like it.
It all go back.
Taylor, where are you at? Come get your candy bar. So you got 1 million in closed sales volume. And Pat Cotter, is he here? Nope. Kaylee, Kaylee's not in here. Karen, I know I saw Karen earlier. Not up here either. Dan Callis, over 1 million in closed sales volume. And Ross, where's Ross? Peter? Tony! Here you go, Tony. I'll throw yours.
You got a score for it?
Yeah, you want to score?
Thank you.
All right, the Schmidt Group, are any of them in here? They had over 4 million in closed sales volume in 1 month. It's awesome. Mine Right Realty, over 3 million. So I got a payday score, 100 grand. What do you want?
I think I know a score.
Okay. You know, they're really good if you put them in the freezer.
Yes.
What do you want?
This is what I want.
Okay, Alex, what do you want? Payday? All right, level up, over 3 million. So congratulations. So y'all come get your candy. You don't want me throwing right now. You can choose. Their scores are 100 grand.
What do you want, Zach?
I very on it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Guess you're eating it for him.
Okay, we will eat it.
We will definitely get some Skittles next time. All right, Crickeberg Group, over 2 million. Come get your candy. Okay. Lifetime Realty Group over 2 million in closed sales volume, and then it's the last month for LRG reporting like that. So any of the LRG members, y'all can come up. Mike's here, Alex is here. There's scores if you want to score. Yeah. You're good. You want to score? Nope, there's more. All right, Goodland Collection, did they walk up here yet? Nope. Over 1 million in closed sales volume. Medina Real Estate Group, they're not here either. Oozing out. All right, Team Smith. Smith, Wisconsin, over 1 million. Get whatever for the boys. Oh, that would be good. Except you saw my throwing skills. I might actually take an eye out. That would be bad. All right, Simplified Realty Group, over 1 million in closed sales volume. Congratulations. I don't see Marcus or Joe. They were downstairs too. Reliance Real Estate. All right. And Pinnacle Group. Come get your candy. Simran, come get your candy. You can come down the red carpet. Do your wave.
Thank
Give
you.
one to Shanice.
Okay, thank you.
And then Baumgartner Group, congratulations, Jay and Sarah. All right, guys, I'm gonna move this down. Individual volume for August. Hey, that's okay. You still did awesome. All right, Royce at 2.7. Congratulations. Emily at almost 2 million. Katie at just under 2 million. Sarah Papp just over 1.5. Nick almost 1.5. Taylor over 1 million. Patrick Cotter over 1 million. Kaylee, Karen, and then JLo closing it out at 973. All right, guys, and then this is the year-to-date volume. So right now, Emily is at 20 million for the year-to-date, and this is just through the end of August. Katie Nikovic is at 13, Callis Real Estate at over 11, Royce at under almost 10, and then Terry at 6.9, Karen at 5.8, Dana at 5.5, Sarah Papp, Kaylee, and Taylor. So congratulations. All right, guys, and then for our teams for just the month of August, Reliance Real Estate Group did over 1 million, Pinnacle Group over 1 million, and Baumgartner Group exactly 1 million. So congratulations. And then year-to-date volume, Baumgartner Group is just over 12 million, Reliance at just under 10, and Pinnacle at under 4. So congratulations. And then August group volume, Schmidt Group did just in the month of August over 4 million, Mindright at 3.3, Level Up at just over 3, Krickeberg Group at 2.3, Lifetime Realty Group at 2.3 as well. The Goodland Collection coming in at 1.9, Medina coming in at 1.7, Team Smith, Wisconsin over 1 million, Simplified Realty over 1 million, and Outdoor Dreams. So congratulations, guys. And then year-to-date group volume. So LRG is closing it out at 35, Schmidt Group at 29, Krickeberg Group at 25, Mindright Realty over 18, Medina Real Estate at almost 18, Level Up over 17, Team Smith, Wisconsin almost 17, and then Goodland Collection over 13, Simplified over 10, and Wisconsin Premier Realty Group at almost 10. So congratulations, guys. And then these are the year-to-date units for each of the teams, individuals, and groups. I know a lot of you guys like to take pictures. Let me move this guy. All right, so for those of you that had a award, you have to stand up and dance for a second. You know the drill. Yep. You have to do it to move the blood around. No, seriously.
Chair dance?
Yeah, you can chair dance. Go ahead. Zach's really dancing. Zach got up and danced. All right, guys, if you saw the check downstairs, we profit shared last month over $23,000 just out of this office. That is awesome. Huge round of applause to all of you guys. And then training and education. Kathleen's been pumping the calendar full of tons of events and dates. Don't forget, we have Bold kicking off next week on Thursday, the 25th. So for those of you that were not here the last couple weeks, we have Bold payment plans, Bold scholarship applications, scholarship donations if you're interested in helping someone else attend Bold, but you definitely want to be in the room. Does anyone want to still register for Bold and would like to spin? We can do it at the end today. Just come see me, but we have full Bold registration. We've been posting these out, so we'll get them up for you. Everyone should be attending the first step. It's completely free, guys. There's no reason. Check it out. If you're unsure, uneasy, not deciding what you want to do, come to the first step. Come see what it's like. Spend the day with everyone. Get registered, and then you can decide after the first day if this is for you and you want to give it a go.
You can also stay at the zoo afterwards.
Like he said. Yeah, hang out at the zoo. It's good weather.
They can't get you out.
Thursday, next week, the 25th. Thursdays from 9 to 3. Lunch is provided this year, but you have to register. All right, Lead Gen Lab and role play. So please join Dawn for Lead Gen Lab on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. and then hang out after for role play with Jeremy and Mark. So we really want to start getting you guys to show up to this. Save the date this Thursday night. We have career night from 6 to 7. Michelle's been posting it out on social media. Make sure you guys share it. If you have anybody that's interested in getting into real estate and would like a career in real estate, hasn't gotten started, this is for them to learn all about it. All right, office updates, compliance. I am gonna have Miss Lisa P come on up. That was very animated,
Yeah.
like a cartoon. I love it.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a reminder about financing contingency. When you're working with the buyer, let your buyer know they have to promptly apply for financing. We did have an earnest money dispute come up where the buyer was denied financing, so the buyer was expecting to get their earnest money back. However, the buyer and seller could not agree, so it waited the 60 days. It went to the third-party attorney, which is what happens when the buyer and seller can't agree on what happens to it. And the attorney decided that the seller was due the earnest money because the buyer did not timely apply for a mortgage after the accepted offer. So, in the offer to purchase, in the financing commitment contingency, I've highlighted some language for you, lines 257 to 258. Buyer agrees to blah, 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 promptly apply for a mortgage loan and provide evidence of application promptly upon request of the seller. What does promptly mean? Addendum A clarifies that more. In Addendum A,
Is there another slide or?
nope, that's it.
Okay.
In Addendum A, under financing issues, it's on page 2, within 7 days of acceptance, buyer shall obtain written confirmation from a financial institution the buyer has applied for financing, and seller may, no earlier than 7 days after acceptance, deliver a written request for the written confirmation of the application. So timely means 7 days, basically. So when you're representing the buyer, oh, yes, Zach?
I was just gonna say, to clarify, this is different from the pre-approval. Because if
Correct.
you get pre-approval, and then you still have to apply for the
Yep.
loan. So they
Yep.
may have had their pre-approval and just dragged their feet on
Yes. So,
applying for the actual loan.
yeah,
So-
pre-approval doesn't count.
Okay.
This is the buyer actually, getting their accepted offer and then taking that accepted offer to their loan officer and doing the official loan application for that house.
So when does the 7 days start? So they know.
I would say
specifically?
like the day after the offer is accepted would be day 1.
Okay.
So probably most of you aren't used to people asking you for this when you're representing buyers, but be aware that a seller and a listing agent can ask you for this. And if they do, you do need to provide it. You can ask the lender to provide that for you, something that you can forward to the listing agent. And as a listing agent, go ahead and let your seller know they have that right. If you are concerned about the financing, go ahead and ask for it. The seller has the right to make sure it happened. And the seller can, if they do not receive that written verification and notice, the seller can declare the offer null and void. So when you're representing a seller, if 7 days have passed and you don't have commit or written verification that they applied for the loan, seller can kill the deal. So keep that in mind when you're representing sellers. Keep that in mind when you're representing buyers. You don't want your buyer to drag their feet and then all of a sudden they're not getting the house anymore because they waited till day 8 to do their application.
All right.
Any questions? No? Okay, don't blow up a deal that way. All right.
Thank you. All right, MLS Rapid Stats with Brian Pat, September 24th at 2 p.m. on Zoom. We will post this out on the Facebook group as well. And then save the date for you teams. Opportunity Knocks is coming back Thursday, October 16th. It's one of the Thursdays that we're already there for Bold. So they're utilizing the space. So we're going to do it from 4 to 6 p.m. at the zoo as well. So I know that's a big event for those of you that don't know what that is. That is for our teams and groups. They will have tables and booths set up to try to attract team members to join their teams. And then trunk or treat. We've had a lot of you sign up. We need a lot more of you to sign up. We'd love to hit 35 vehicles this year. That's the goal after everybody talked. You can invite all of your clients and kiddos and whatnot. So trunk or treat, we need more vehicles signed up. I think we're at like 17, 18, something like that. Kathleen told me yesterday. So yeah, if you guys want to get signed up, scan that QR code. Blood drive, Tuesday, October 21st. They will be set up in a separate room up here, not in here. So we do have the blood drive happening all day on October 21st. We'll have signs out, but make sure you guys start letting your clients know, have graphics go out. They will create them for you in the marketing concierge, but something you can utilize and push out to everyone. And then Pi Day, a lot of you guys have already started signing up. Saturday, November 22nd from 9 to 12, we'll have the refrigeration trucks. So super excited for Pi Day. Yeah.
Can I just say thank you to the office for organizing all this
Yeah.
stuff? Like, this is a lot. Yeah. Thank you.
For sure. And that's the key, guys. Like, just like the bunny day that we did with the pictures with the Easter bunny, which was a huge success. We had over 100 kids come, the camo day that Kathleen puts on. Guys, all of this is for you guys to push out to your clients. Like, it's you hosting the event presented by you, and then KW is just powering you through it. These are your chances to tap into resources so that you're not footing the cost of these huge events completely on your own. So utilize them at a high level. And then market insight. So Charlie is going to come up and do his thing. He's got law reports and all sorts of fun stuff to go after with you guys.
Hello.
You guys sound real excited to learn about what's going on in the market. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Come on, I don't want any of this bullshit. You know, fired up.
It's been like this all
Fired
day.
up. Excuse my French. Donation has been made to KW. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Ask questions. Okay. Ask questions if you don't understand, but there's some things that are going on in our market you need to be paying attention to, because you're in a season right now where you need to be thinking strategically about where you're going into in 2026 and beyond. You got me?
Yeah.
Because the market's getting to a point where this is kind of the energy I came up with. I'm not going to allow you to then just like coast into the end of the year, because I can't have you eating 0 burgers in the first quarter. You know what 0 burgers are? Nothing. Yeah. Yeah. No goose eggs. Okay. But you got to be paying attention in the season right now. So then we figure it out, because I want you eating caviar and champagne. Right? So let's make it happen. All right, here you go. New inventory units. A few things to pay attention to in the way I structured it this month. I feel like I need to stand here because of the Zoom. I looked at August of this year versus August of last year. I also looked at August of this year versus July of this year, because you could see what was seasonally happening. And then I compared it versus August of this year versus August of 23 in every metric. You got me? So we're going to talk about what happened this year versus last year, what happened July to August of this year, and then let's look back in 2 years. Okay. August, new inventory was down 9%. Okay. Versus last year. It was down 13% versus July, the month before. However, July is always the apex, so we're going to start to see a little seasonal slide. That's not as concerning. What's most concerning is we're off 10% versus August of 23. So we had a really great first half of the year in southeastern Wisconsin. What I'm paying attention to now is, are we starting to see the fall slip and slide, which I alluded to maybe 6 weeks ago? Are we seeing a fall slip and slide that could make the market softer in the back half of the year, which you need to be paying attention to, because what happens in the back half of the year shows up in the first half of next year. And we aren't going to allow you to eat zero burgers. You got me? Okay. And new inventory units drive total overall activity. Second, total inventory is up 3.4% August of this year versus August of last year. And total inventory was up 5% versus August of 23. Now, why might that be? If new inventory was down, but total inventory went up, what would have to happen for that to be true? Yes, Defender Dawn.
Charlie, houses staying on the market longer.
Yes, but what's the first reason as to why houses would stay on the market longer? Yes, and what is the reason why they wouldn't have an accepted offer?
Price too high.
Yes. Who said something about buyers? Demand is softening. If new inventory is down, but total inventory is up, what does that mean? Fewer inventory is coming off the market because demand is It's like vanilla ice cream at McDonald's, soft serve. Okay?
Well, as long as the ice cream machine doesn't break.
I was gonna say, it's hard to work.
Just stick with me, Shipley. Expired inventory units. I've been beating a dead horse on this, and this goes to the point that someone said earlier that homes are priced too high. Well, listen, expireds were up 14% this year versus last year. They were up 16% versus July, and they're up 28% versus August of 23. Two things: you got to right size expectations of your sellers. And or two, you need to start diversifying your lead generation approach, because there is a significant opportunity to be number two in the market. You understand? So sales absorption rate is the percentage of inventory that goes under contract. I gave you a little bit of a soft serve answer in the beginning. What are we noticing with demand? What are we noticing with demand? Softening. Okay. I think demand softening, quite frankly, at this time of year has to do more with buyer fatigue than it does to do with macro elements in the market. Because the other thing that we just saw, when demand softens, what happens to rate? G-money. Or John? What? When demand gets soft, what happens to rates? They go down. What happened to rates today? They went down. Okay. So what happens to days on market? Days on market goes up. And days on market, we're up. Average days on market right now across the entire Metro MLS is 30 days. Not 30 hours, 30 days. Okay. And the units that are going under contract softened a bit when new inventory is down 10%. The fact that we only went down 3%, you know, it is softening to an extent. It's off 7% versus August of 23. Okay. Now, here's the weird part of the market. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. This is part of my training that I have no answer to. If inventory has gone up, days on market are going up, I'm talking about total inventory, and demand is softening, what should happen to prices? This is the shit I can't explain. Prices were up 11% versus August of last year, and they're up 19% on an average versus August of 23. They're up
closed prices, right?
Closed prices.
So, I mean, it's anecdotal, but my thought is that like, well, houses that are in demand, because there are still ones that are going in the first weekend. Those ones are still selling for high prices and the other stuff is sitting and therefore not being affected in this graph.
Yeah, law of averages always plays out, and
In 3
Price-
months it'll show, but.
that's
for now, it
the other
doesn't.
reason why I look at price per square foot.
Yeah.
Price per square foot's a rather static measure. Price per square foot this year in the month of August versus last year was up 13% and up 17% versus August of 23. Okay, so. And I have a grocery store kind of bulleting all this out for you, okay? One, on the seller side, you gotta get real to get right. You gotta get real to get right, or you will get canceled as a listing agent. Two, you have to right size your people's expectations and mirror and match what their intensity is in terms of a timeline standpoint. And then price appropriately. If they need it to sell fast, price it to sell fast. If they don't care because they highest and want the best offer in terms of price, then you have to help them understand the timeline to that. I had a conversation with someone who just sold a home. 2 people in the last week had a conversation with. Homes had been on the market for 4+ weeks. They had no price changes. Both homes got full price accepted offers.
What? Say that again?
2 homes,
Yeah.
both on the market for 4 weeks,
Yeah.
had 0 price changes, and they got full price accepted offers. They just were patient, right? And the sellers were patient because the sellers wanted a number. So what's winning? I haven't shared this with you since June. Couple things to be paying attention to. I don't want to set up my professional settings. Okay. By the way, all of this data is available to you on the KW Realty MKE website on the Agent Hub. Okay, under the lore report for August. July, couple things to note. April, list price to accepted offer ratio, 102%. May, 107. June, 103. Competitive spring, summer market. What happened in July and what happened in August? Right sized. Okay, inspection contingencies. More than the majority did not have inspections. July, 61% had inspections, 39% did not. Which tells you what about demand? Like McDonald's soft serve ice cream. Yet in August, it went back to more of a 50-50 ratio. A new metric, and then cash offers, it's basically a 70-30. A new metric we started including, how many of the deals that we reviewed have inspection thresholds and what was the average threshold? Basically, let's just blend it. About 25% of the deals have an inspection threshold with an average threshold being $5,500. Also very interesting, look at the average co-broke commission. 2.3 in April, 2.2 in May, 2.2 in June. What happens when the market gets competitive? You start playing with what? Your money. And then when the market gets less competitive, what happens? You stop playing with money as a part of the negotiation. Average co-broke commission went up in July. It went up even further in August. This was the highest it had been since April. Also, point being is that you can see where the average co-broke commission is netting out to be.
And on the inspection threshold, that's the max that they would cover, like up to that point?
The
or
minimum.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Helpful?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm going to go back to something I shared with you in December, which were my predictions for this year. I said the market will be up mid-single digits from a units perspective. It'll be up more than 7% from a volume perspective. So where does it sit? I'll get there in a second. I don't know why I messed that up. Here's the market of the moment script. Demand is changing like the fall seasons. It is cooling down. Right? No, I didn't. This is all me at like,
This is Stale original.
don't knock original content. Too many people use ChatGPT and I get offended. I'm kidding. Okay, demand is changing like the fall season. It's cooling down. It's impacting inventory. New inventory coming to the market has slowed down in conjunction with slowing demand. yet increasing overall available inventory on the market. This is like the positive spin in terms of helping buyer fatigue. There's more out there, guys. Let's keep going, right? Rate of sale and velocity. This has led to homes sitting on the market a tad longer than people might expect, especially at certain price points and geographically dependent. Know your market. Expired, accelerated pace. Sellers are impatient. Set expectations, communicate, and price appropriately. Okay. Pricing, despite all of this, homes are continuing to appreciate in 2025. The synopsis for you: more available inventory than prior years. Signs of ultra competitive off markets cooling down heading into the fall. Sellers who sell, be realistic. Right size the conversation with your sellers. How long will this take and what is it worth? Be proactive in your price change strategy, which is make it time dependent. And prices are not cooling, which is consumers are signaling to us that they value real estate as a stable asset. Now, I'm going to draw a parallel to something here. Who pays attention to the stock market very closely? All right, James or Ed. If I were to have this conversation with you in April, how would you have felt around what was happening in the stock market in April? Yeah, it was not good. There was a lot of what? Volatility, which creates fear. Volatility creates fear in capital markets. So when people have assets, where do they put them? Non-volatile assets. What's a non-volatile asset? And what do? That's why prices are up. People are taking volatile assets and putting it into non-volatile assets, AKA real estate. Okay? Because if you were to ask Ed or James what happened in the market in April, there was a lot of fear and volatility. Now, if you ask James and Ed what's going on in the market to today, the answer would be vastly different because the market's up 10+% again. Volatility. People like certainty. What does our asset class provide? Certainty. So that's what's going on in the market. My point to it is this: with where we are in the seasons of life, you need to be thinking about the volatility and how we create stability for our clients, navigating complex situations and right-sizing expectations. Okay. Demand is getting softer, which means days on market is going up. Prices haven't changed because it's still a stable asset and people are telling us that they value it. And yet pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered. We can't be greedy. Make sense? So what's going on within our environment in southeastern Wisconsin and how are we stacking up versus our peers? Before I share this real quick, do you mind if I share a quick story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Really quick. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I went down to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I took my 8-year-old son to the Wisconsin football game versus Alabama Crimson Tide football game on Saturday. Anybody here ever been to an SEC football game? They're different. It's different. It's different. I've been fortunate to travel all over. I love football. I love competition, and I love seeing other cultures, and that's a different culture. Here's my point to it. Alabama has won 18 national championships and 34 conference championships. They're the most successful college program in history. They've been doing it over decades and decades and decades of success. When you go to Tuscaloosa, the aura around that program is the standards are championships or bust. The pressure is insane. And you feel it everywhere you go, from the breakfast joint to the bar, to the hotel, to the bathroom. You are reminded of the championship culture and the standards they have for their program. I would say the closest thing I've seen in the NFL, and this will be a really good parallel for those in the room that are fans of the Packers, is Green Bay. You go to Green Bay, what do you see? You see the Lombardi Trophy. All the street names are named after coaches who've won Super Bowls. The Super Bowl rings are right in the middle of the Titletown District Park. Like everywhere you go in Green Bay, including of when the players run out of the tunnel. I don't know if you've ever done the Lambeau Field tour. They cross over brick. And on the next to the brick, it says there are generations of Packers who have gone on to win 13 record-setting NFL 13-time world champions. Take Tuscaloosa or Green Bay. They have a standard of excellence and they project that standard of excellence at all times. And people understand what the standard is and they want to be held to the standard because the pressure helps them elevate who they are and what they can achieve. Does that make sense? Correlating that into why do I share the Lohr report? You have to tell your stories, whether it's our story or your stories. Otherwise, someone will tell it for you. Okay. And our story is just a collection of your individual stories combined. So where are we at this year and what's going on? Here's what we've done so far year to date. And this is through August, not through June. I apologize for the typo. That doesn't happen by accident. You guys are killing it, which I don't have in this slide, but I know this to be factually true because I reported it this morning. August, we paid 35% more gross commission incomes in August of this year versus August of last year. And we're up 24% year to date on total commissions paid.
That's awesome.
It's nuts. It's nuts. You guys are killing it. And the standard you have for each other and the pressure you put on each other, which I think at times is healthy because it forces you to elevate, helps you get to where you want to go. And remember, I will say this with a caveat. It's your SCAR card, not ours. We're not telling you have to be a $100 million team. It's whatever it is that you want to do. And we just try and create the environment for you to achieve it. Does that make sense? So this is what it looks like in terms of a brand in Southeastern Wisconsin so far year to date. And this is across the 5-county metro area of the top 10 brands. This is the rolling 12-month trend line. I look at the trend line because visually I like graphs that go to the left and to the right up, not the left into the right down. For those that also sell in Racine and Walworth County, I've started expanding our scope to help tell the story there. Here's our brokerage brand results inclusive of Kenosha and Walworth County as well. For those that dip into those, if it helps you win a listing or a buyer. Here's, you can see on a rolling 12 months from a visual standpoint. And then for those that either work in the luxury space or desire to break through into the luxury space, we sell 1 in every 4 homes in the luxury space in Southeastern Wisconsin. No better place to be from a luxury perspective. And if you want to see what trends look like, I'll let you take a picture, Steph. You're good.
And luxury is $1 million and above, right?
I put $1 million and above because the way prices have been appreciating, $1 million is like the new standard.
750 on
Not quite. There's our luxury trend line versus our peers. And again, the reason I share this with you is because you might be walking into a listing appointment in a price point you might not have ever had. And it's telling the collective story about how the community you're a part of can help you win that listing. And it listings at those price points, it's the network you're a part of that will help you sell it.
But
Cool.
to get that luxury distinction, it's still 4 homes in a 24-month period over 749.
We just raised the standard.
Yes.
Cool. So I will leave you with this as you head into the fall season and you start strategically planning. And I think I might have shared this with you before, but it's a great reminder. What a privilege to be tired from the work you once begged the universe for. What a privilege to feel overwhelmed by the growth you used to dream about. What a privilege to be challenged by a life you created on purpose. And what a privilege to outgrow the things you used to settle for. Don't settle. Create your standard of excellence and then create an aura and energy about you that nothing will hold you back from achieving that as you start thinking about 2026. And I use the experience I had of feeling that aura, whether you go to Green Bay or you go to Tuscaloosa. There's a reason why some programs are more successful than others. They ardently believe it. They remind people about it all the time. And that reminder creates a pressure that I believe is healthy because it forces people to elevate to the standard in which you would desire to achieve. Cool. Questions? Take share.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Coming soon and buyer needs. I know I've seen a few of you guys tagging some of the buyer needs that you have or sellers needs. This is your opportunity to talk about what properties you need help with. Go ahead. Say who you are.
Sheila Smith from Team Smith, Wisconsin. We did mention this in the last week, but I'm going to mention it again because it's going into delayed today. We have Springdale Estates, that's Pewaukee, 3-bed, 2.5 bath
home, for $489.9.
Okay.
Great location and
Awesome. You going last?
Everything we got is hit in the MLS.
It's hitting the MLS right now. Okay. Does anybody else have any buyers need sellers? Go ahead.
sellers.
Will you say who you are and who you're with?
Nikki Clear, Kingston, Wisconsin. I have a new Delsman listing, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Just under 3.5 acres, 2,500 square feet. Split branch in Delsman, 6,999, October 2nd.
Awesome. All right. You want to go now?
Actually, we do have one that we're not sure how soon it's gonna be on the MLS. It's a 3-bed, 1-bath, about 1,100 square feet. 1,100 square feet-ish, 2-story home in Bayview. It's off market right now at $299.9. Has a lot of updates and improvements, no garage. And the sellers are in the process of doing they were previously under contract, it fell apart because of the home inspection, so they've been spending the last couple of months just doing all of these updates and repairs to satisfy a bunch of the defects found in the home inspection. So before we go on the MLS and potentially create a multiple offer scenario, they are open to a single party listing off market buyer. And just to confirm here, 1.5-story, 3-bed, 1-bath. Yes, 1,092 square feet. Address is 817 East Ogden. I never know how to pronounce it.
Ogden.
OTJE.
Ah.
Ogden.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like the name of an Ewok. So yeah. So if you have buyers that are looking at Bayview and they're getting burnt out because everything is, at or above that 350 range, this would be a great, starter home, a great way to get your foot in the door and have some pretty awesome appreciation, even with the no garage. It does have a parking spot and a driveway off the alley. So.
All right. Anyone else? Any other properties? Go ahead, Lisa.
Lisa Poglish with Level Up. I have sellers who are on again, off again, like they're ready, now they're not ready, now they're ready, now they're not ready. So they might entertain a one party. This would be for a Greendale Original. If you guys know what that is, you know what it is. It's a 2-bed, 1-bath with a 1-car garage, and it's one that shares a wall. So it has it's like a duplex, but you only get one side of it. It's not a condo. So it's one shared wall, brand new windows. They've added, kind of like a townhome, but new windows. The kitchen's all updated. It's really pretty. And it has air conditioning. They don't all have air conditioning. So if you have somebody, probably like around 300.
Is it still a 1-car?
Yes, 1 car. You can fit one in the garage, and then you can park one kind of,
In the driveway. Okay.
So see me if you have somebody for that, and I can maybe do a 1 party and kind of get them off the fence.
All right. Anyone else? Yeah, go ahead.
I do have another one that is coming up next week. It's in Fond du Lac. It's right on Lake Winnebago. It's a 3-bed, 2.5-bath. The home doesn't look like a Frank Lloyd Wright home, but a lot of the interior has a lot of designs that are Frank Lloyd Wright style inspired. Yeah, for 1.1.
Awesome. Go ahead, Dawn.
Up to, lake access.
Yeah.
As little as 2 bedrooms, just 1 bed location. Any of the lakes in the Muskego, so if you know something coming up.
Awesome.
Don't have a place to sell in New Berlin.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. Anyone else? All right, guys. Well, we have Mari downstairs with the food truck, and I know she's waiting for you guys. So let's go eat. Thank you.